Ashley. Welcome back to, I guess you weren't on GoFundMe before, but you were on Alley Chats before. So
I was on Alley Chats, yeah.
welcome back to one of my shows. Let's go with that. Today I have Ashley Esper with me on GoFundMe here, and we are talking about a Kickstarter, surprise, surprise, that she has. Last time when we talked, we were talking about a Kickstarter you were involved in, but this one is yours.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get going, I am going to encourage people, if you are interested, listen to Alley Chats when I interview Ashley. We talk all about Ralph's, which is what this is. We talk about her history a lot. Here you're going to get a thumbnail and we're going to really talk about the project. But if you want to hear more from her, it's a great interview. Ashley's awesome, and you're going to really enjoy it. So check that out. If I can put the thoughts together, I'll put it in the show notes. But if nothing else, we'll have all of Ashley's stuff in the show notes, so I'm sure you can find it that way too. All right, Ashley, tell people who you are, what you do.
Well, thank you for that ringing endorsement. That was awesome. Thank you, Rob. I'm glad to be back. It's awesome chatting with you again. I'm Ashley Esper. I am an artist, cartoon comic book creator from Chicago. Well, I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Detroit originally, but I'm in Chicago now, and I'm the creator of The Ralphs, and it's a comic series about a couple of puppies. They're not puppies, they're little dogs that I drew one day, and I wanted to just put them in funny scenarios like Looney Tune cartoons and Animaniac style cartoons. And that's just what inspires me and continues to inspire me. So I just drew my own characters in those kind of scenarios, and they've grown to now 2 volumes for sure. Uh-huh. And then this anthology book that I'm putting together will have those 2 volumes and a completely brand new 3rd volume.
Oh,
so
fun.
I'm putting together an anthology of everything that the Ralphs have put out, and new material for those who already have the first 2 volumes, and just bringing all the Ralphs goodies to everybody.
Awesome. And just so that our listeners know, they've heard other things by Guerrilla Publishing on here. This is Guerrilla Publishing putting this out.
This is a Guerrilla Publishing production.
Yes. So we're big fans, and they are great friends of our show and what we do here. So, once again, one more reason you definitely want to support this and check this out. So Ralph's, the name is Bones in the Attic. What a great name.
Thank you.
For an anthology. I love it. And I am really pleasantly surprised. I didn't know that you were going to have all the new material in there, too. So that's really a bonus. Ashley, tell people about this collection. Like, I know you gave kind of a brief there, mm-hmm. but you said it's 2 volumes. How big of a collection is it? Any details like that you can give?
It is a 60-page anthology. So it features the very first edition of Ralph's that was featured with Julio Guerra's book, the double issue, the flip book issue of Death Bag Volume 3. And that was the first time that Ralph's was ever in a comic book production. So you
Awesome.
get that short story followed by the complete first edition of Volume 1, which I self-published. This was before I was under the umbrella of Guerrilla Publishing. So I had done everything. I wrote, drew it, I printed it, I did everything for it. And then it's the second time around for Volume 2 was when Ben and Julio were like, hey, you want to come under our wing and just be officially a part of the Guerrilla family? So of course, they're my friends, and yeah. I need all the guidance I can get. So of course, so you'll get Meet Ralph's is the very first name of this, the very first story. So Meet Ralph's, Volume 1 and Volume 2, and then a whole brand new story, Volume 3. So you'll get new stories, new bonus pages. There was a cliffhanger from Volume 2, so you'll be getting the continuing story from that one.
Oh, that's how you get past the cliffhangers. You got to get the anthology.
You got to get the anthology, yeah. And it's incentive for, like I said, for the folks who already have maybe Volume 1 or 2, because you're going to get the very, very first edition of Ralph's. And not a lot of people know that it's there because we sold out of those copies so fast. I think I just found a few copies of that. I'm like, oh, look what I found,
Oh, thank goodness. I've got some copies. Yeah.
So we got that. And then, 60 pages, and it's going to be a beautifully, I'm just so proud of it. I already got the book done, which is even better.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's key. Because there's no risk then. We know this is happening. We know this is going out.
Oh, yeah.
So why not support it and take care of this? So that's
absolutely.
That's awesome. One thing I want to point out, this launches on September 15th. So in a couple of days here, you can go to Kickstarter, look up Ralph's Bones in the Attic. and you can hit notify me on launch so that when it launches, you can jump right in there. It is crucial with Kickstarters, those first 24 hours, the more people that like throw in $1, throw in $10, throw in $20, the more you do that, the more momentum it gets and the more it gets caught up by Kickstarter. So you definitely want to jump in there and support this early. So get that notify me on launch if you're interested in this, which you should be.
Mm-hmm.
There, I was pretty blunt about it. It is an all-ages
book. Sorry, say it again.
I said I was pretty blunt about it. You should be interested.
You should be interested.
All-ages book.
Yes.
Excellent. And you said it's Looney Tunes and Animaniacs. And I mean, who doesn't love that?
Right. Everybody.
Look at the confused funny. Look on your face. You're like, who
wouldn't? Yeah.
I mean, that's impossible to even comprehend.
I look at it like if I find it funny, there's something in it for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just bound to reach everybody who just loves a good chuckle or a good like bad pun joke.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
That's just my humor.
Yeah, well, hopefully people around me like the bad puns because they come flowing out of me around the house. So let's talk about tiers. What are some of the tiers you want to highlight? I'm sure there's, the basic entry level stuff, but what are some that you think people really want to know about?
So yeah, the basic entry level, either digital or physical copies of the book. All physical copies will be signed by me. And they start at $10. So you'll get that. Moving up, there are things like buttons. I have a bunch of little round buttons that I'm going to be giving out for one of the tiers. There will be t-shirts at the $35 tier, and that includes the t-shirt, the book, a keychain, and a digital coloring page.
Wow.
Of the Ralphs. Yep. So there's that one.
Now it's black and white. How much coloring I'm kidding.
It's like a collage, and so I put it because I was like, I'm just going to put all the characters on one page.
That's cool.
There's some other, aside from Ralphs themselves, there are some great side characters, and there's even characters I haven't even introduced yet. They'll be in later editions. But you have Clarence the Neighborhood Bonehead, you have Clyde the Cat, you have Clark the Duck, and then you have, of course, Boris the Rat King, the villain of the piece.
Yeah.
So they're all in there. And then, I'm just building a world with all these characters. And so I just put them in there and introduce them, not just the Ralphs, but the whole world is going to be introduced. It's kind of like, I equate it to, I don't know why this is the first thing that comes up, but you remember Garfield and Friends?
Of course.
How they had like Sheldon and the Barnyard Gang.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I view it. Like there's Ralphs and then there's like all these other characters.
Thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So they're all there.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. What other tiers? Is there anything like at the higher levels?
So the highest level, I can't remember the price offhand, but you will get the book, the shirt, the keychain, and you will even get a personalized commission from me of your choice.
People love those.
That's the one.
Awesome.
It can be Ralph's related, or it can be fan art. It could be you as Superman. I've done that before. So I'm open to
whatever it is.
Whatever you want. Mm-hmm.
Love it. Yeah. What about stretch goals? Because I'm sure we're going to hit this. What is our main goal on this? I don't even know.
The main goal is 2,500.
2,500. Okay. Mm-hmm. So knowing Ralph's, knowing Guerrilla Publishing, knowing you, I don't think there's going to be an issue getting there. I think you've got so much great mojo behind it. People are going to be interested in this, and they should be. This is a winner. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
So you're going to hit 2,500. What kind of stretch goals are we looking at? Or you don't have to give too many details if you don't.
Well, see, if you reach the first stretch goal, you're going to get bonus Ralph content. Meaning instead of 60 pages, there might be a few more pages.
Ah, that's good.
There's an extra story from Tales from the Cryptic Closet 2 that features a certain pair of lovable pups that might be included in the complete 68-page anthology if we hopefully get it there. So that's one. And then another tier or another reward I wanted to do was dog tags. So cool. that's the big stretch goal is the dog tags. And so they'll have Ralph's on it. Yeah.
Just like I tell a lot of people that have Kickstarters like this that I think are really great, that I love, be prepared for more stretch goals.
Okay. Noted.
I think that's
stuff.
It's good to think ahead because you don't want to be like me and have none. No, I'm kidding. So great. What about social media? Where can people find you?
You can find me at Skulls and Sketches, SKULLSN Sketches. And then the Ralphs have their own Instagram page. It's _Ralphs. You can find me Skulls and Sketches on Twitter. Facebook, Instagram. I will have some videos for the Kickstarter on my YouTube page. I don't remember if that's under my name or Skeleton Sketches, but I'll be posting those as well. I do have a Patreon. But if you're going to donate to the Kickstarter, of course, you don't have to worry about the Patreon. I understand. Obviously Guerrilla Publishing, they'll always be posting updates for me. We're just going to be making the rounds and posting as much as possible to promote this.
Excellent. Sounds great. I will put your links in the show notes, like I said at the top of the show, and we'll put a link to the Kickstarter there. Notify me on launch. You want to get in there early on that. And if you miss that, just follow the link and go in and follow this Kickstarter. Support it. Another thing, I say this every time, and I'm going to continue to say it on every single show. You may not be the person that funds this, but you may have a friend or multiple friends that would look at this and go, oh my God, this is my thing. And they are going to want to jump in. So share it. Share it on your social media. Just say, hey, I found a cool Kickstarter. Anybody love Animaniacs? Here's a cool Kickstarter that is worth your time. That type of sharing and putting it forward is invaluable to somebody like Ashley. So please do that. You can share this episode. That way they have all the links and everything too. So Ashley, thank you so much for being on. Good luck. You're going to rock this out, I feel.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I've put the link to the Kickstarter in the show notes, and we'll also have it on posts at our social media. Once again, sharing this project with your followers and friends is key, so please be an active participant and spread the word. While you're in the mood, please share this episode. That draws attention to this show, which we can always use. Oh, and please rate and review us. It only takes a few seconds and makes a huge impact on how many people see when we post a new episode. If you have a crowdfunding project, reach out to me at southgatemediagroup@gmail.com, on Twitter @rsouthgate, or on Facebook at Go Fund This Podcast. Tell me a little about the project or what you create, and I'll consider featuring it on the show. I would love to help you make your project a reality. Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time, go fund this.